Hello you guys, what is up, and welcome back to a new video on my channel. Are you feeling cute? Are you feeling nice? Are you feeling fine? Because I know I am. If this is your first time on my channel, you don't know my name, you never see my face, you don't even know of my existence, hello, I'm Tyler and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today, I have a story time. I've known this video was gonna be made for quite some time. Not so quite some time, for like the span of like end of May, June, I've known. And basically, today, I parted my ways from my job that I had that you guys saw on the channel earlier. I'm not gonna say any names, but it's not my fault if you go back and watch the video. But yeah, I no longer work for that piece of shit job. I said goodbye, I'm out, later. This is about the time, I guess, it was a mutual thing. Like I went in there and they had the intentions of firing me and I had the intentions of quitting. So I guess it was like a mutual, like, you know, mesh of things. We both were just like, okay, guess what? My services will no longer be needed here. So I'm gonna give you guys two different things. One, why I quit, and two, like how it all actually happened. I quit. I started this new job. It's a new like restaurant that just opened up. They only had one other restaurant in another location somewhere in Georgia. Like I said, not gonna give too much because we don't want legal problems, do we? I started this new job because my friend was working there and she recommended me. So I was like, oh my God, a job, summer job, money, yes, woo, woo! So I started this job and the first day, you guys saw like how I reacted the first day. I was told to like, go get a belt. Literally my first day of working there, like, yeah, kid, you get a belt? And I was like, sure. Then he told me all these other things. I'm just like, whatever. So just have that in mind. If you watch that video of me getting my first job, or not my first job, but my first job of the summer, and I was like, you guys saw that. Tell me why the same person, my manager, that told me to go and get a belt that day, I'm not kidding you guys, I have like proof, but I'm not gonna like, you know, post it anywhere, but I like have proof that he barely wore a belt. He literally came to work sometimes in like sweatpants, like joggers almost. I'm just like, that's really hypocritical for you to literally send me home on my first, not even send me home, but send me to go buy a belt on my first day of work. Just like when you're starting a new business, I guess things are just kind of like messy in the beginning, which is fine. I was super, super patient, but it's like the little thing just kept ticking me off. Like I asked for more hours because in a job, you have to like work a certain amount of hours to get a certain amount of pay. And they kept reducing and reducing my hours like any hours. And I just thought it was kind of like, you know, pointless to continuously go into a job where they would cut my hours and cut my shifts. And then they made it seem as if it were like, oh, we're doing you a favor. Or, oh, you know, you can have the day off today, like great work today. No, what happened? Because Tyler's not stupid by any stretch of the imagination, not at all. I put two and two together. What they did, they overhired way, way, way too many people. Like they just hired too many people. So they would cut other employees' shifts, but make others longer. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Like this doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you're acting as if you're like giving me a pat on the back. Oh, yeah, you have the day off today. No, the fuck I don't. Happening here, you're giving me time off because you can't afford to pay me. So next time, you know, when you open your other restaurant, how about you, sir, focus on mainly, you know, getting the right amount of people in there. You overcrowded, all these things. So aggravating. So I was just like, okay, that was the first thing. Number two, my last shift at work was a shift that I knew it was time for me to give him the boot. I was like, okay, f this, like I'm over it, I'm so done. Like I can't handle this anymore. Like I'm pissed off. There was this woman that came in and she was like talking to me like she wanted to know about like what the restaurant was. So I gave her like a little rundown of everything and, you know, gave her like a little, oh, here's what our restaurant is. And I was like, let me give you some samples. Now, something else they love to do, they gave away free food like it was nothing. They gave away food like every day. The manager, the same one that didn't have his, you know, shirt tucked into his pants with the belt that was wearing joggers, yeah, him. Literally, like, I went up to the layout, like where they make the sandwiches, and I was like, hi, so-and-so, I'll call him Bubba. Hey Bubba, this woman would like to sample some food. Can you get me a sample of chicken with like some sauce on it? He's like, looks at me for a second, he's like startled almost. And I'm like, what you looking boo-faced for? Like make her, like come on now, there's a customer. And he looks at the customer and is like, oh, of course, ma'am, of course, I'll make it. I was like, okay, whatever, fine. I don't care, don't be nice to me, but whatever. Then he proceeds right after this, literally 5 seconds after, turns around and starts doing something else. And the customer that I'm trying to help is like, she said, oh no, he's ignoring us. Restaurant you're just now opening, but the same manager, literally they're having like a bunch of like online orders or something because they started catering and like you can come pick it up in the restaurant. I don't know. He literally shuts down the restaurant because it was getting so like, there was so many people coming in. I'm like, you should have prepared for this, okay? Like, I know this is a new restaurant and everything, but you shutting down a restaurant does not look good. Especially since this is like a brand new restaurant, like you're just opening up. It looks so trashy and so terrible and just so unprofessional for you to literally lock the doors. And then have the customers that have been waiting in line wait like 20 more minutes to make their food just because you don't have together. I'm so sorry, but like, either you keep up or you get left behind. The store that they originally had the first time, like they had the store the first time, and the first store that they had is in a smaller city. So like, hey, that's understandable, like things are slow paced. However, you don't go from a smaller city to a big, fast-paced, like fast-moving city, Atlanta, Georgia, and expect the same dynamic of the smaller restaurant in the smaller city. I'm sorry, but that area is slow compared to Atlanta. I know, I've lived here my entire life. I know how, like the pace, I know what tempo we're moving at. He'll be telling people about like his girlfriend of like 7 years and about his like dietary, like habits and all this, like, I don't know, restrictions. And I'm like, no offense, but most people really do not want to hear that. I know that sounds so rude to say, and I know that we need to all work on that as people, but I'm telling you, when you're hungry and you're in there to get your food, eat, and get out. Like, you don't want to, hey, be all up in your face. Like, you don't want that. What person wants that? I'm just being an honest, like, human being. When I'm eating food, I love, interaction with, the employees of an establishment. However, there are times where people can overstep that boundary and you're just like, can I just eat? Me, so this woman, the woman with the samples, we're still on her. She tells me that like her husband's starting a business and she wants to like cater to an office of over 100 people. He almost blew that. Like he literally almost blew that. Like, and then one of the other people, like another manager, on like another sample, the third one I was giving her, have in mind they give food away all the time, so I didn't think it was a big problem. So he's like, this is the last one, okay? And I look, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, really? Are you serious? This woman wants to cater to over an office, like to an office of over 100 people, and you're not even letting me give her one piece of meat? A cup of curry? Like, are you kidding me? Really? And I'm just like, okay, you know what? I didn't even tell them that she was doing that. Thank God she came back with her husband and her son. Then the woman slipped me a tip and I was like, thank you. And I didn't even give it to them. I said, no, y'all had a definite spot. They moved me from there. They moved me from there. I'm like, you need to like get your together. Like, this is so unprofessional and just so messy and disorganized. Like, come on. Get it together. Then my manager is so temperamental. Or my manager was, my old manager, he was so temperamental. Like there'd be one day where he'd be like, oh, I'm just all lollipops and rainbows and oh, I love everyone and this and then that. And then the next day, you're not doing this right. This is getting on my nerve and da-da-da. Like he's so temperamental. And on my last shift, I was like, I'm this close. I'm really this close to cursing everyone in this restaurant out. I'm like telling you guys all of it, but trust me, there is enough to where you would get, like you'd just be livid. And it's like, if you're not happy at a place of work, don't work there. I'm so sorry. It'd be different if the money was good, but me going into work and you giving me 2 hours a day, it's obvious what you're doing. You don't need me here. Like, this is not hurting your company. Like, I don't need to be here. I don't want to be here. And I'm glad that we can, come to an agreement on that. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm sorry. Go find someone else on the street. Another thing he did that just really set me off, that just like threw me off the rails. Oh my God. So he told me that I wasn't like communicating well, that I wasn't talking to him enough. And you know what he wanted me to do? So basically I'm in the dining room, and the dining room is right in front of like where you make the sandwiches, which is where he is. He's standing right there. He can see everything in front of him. He wants me, he wants me to come and tell him when I'm cleaning a table. 1 plus 1 is 2. I don't understand. If you are looking at me cleaning the table, you visibly see me wiping down the table. Why is it necessary for me to come up to you and say, hey, I just cleaned the table? Couldn't you see it from where you were? I was trying to understand that. I'm just like, that makes no sense. He's like, yeah, like how are the bathrooms? He wanted me to tell him that the bathrooms were clean every 5 minutes. Sweetheart, let me tell you something. Every 5 minutes, nothing's gonna happen. I don't, especially if like a lot of people are not coming in right now, a bathroom is not gonna change in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. More because I can't say that I disliked everyone. I didn't like the manager. I don't even care. I did not like him at all. Like, I liked him at a one point. Like, there was one like point that I liked him. Like, it was like things were good, things were going well. But just the way that he acts, I just cannot deal with his managing. So today, me and my other coworker, I'm gonna call her Jean. Me and Jean walked in, and I walked in like 17 minutes late. Like, you guys, when you walk in somewhere 17 minutes late, you know you're over it. Like, I was like, and he's like, why are you late? I was like, oh, I don't know, I overslept. I woke up at 9:30, I had to be there at 11. I had plenty of time to get there. I was like, I don't care anymore, I gotta work here. I want you to fire me at this point. Saying how we didn't want to work there, and I was like, you're not wrong. Like, I was being so like, I'm so over it. And he's like giving me the floor to speak, like, I want you guys to, like, you know, help me improve. I was like, I don't like the way you manage things. And I was like, I think it's really pointless for me to be here. I've asked you for hours. You've told me you were going to give them to me. However, you flipped the switch and cut my hours instead of giving me more like you said you would. Okay, got you. I don't like the way you manage things. You're temperamental, you're a crybaby, you're too sensitive. Like, saying like, he was just saying a whole lot of bullshit, and I was just like, you're really pissing me off. Like, I can't handle this. So I was just very enthralled to leave, and he was like saying how he liked us as people. I was like, I don't give a shit if you like me or not. Like, I don't care. At this point, it's like, you have shown me your true colors. You and everyone here has shown me your true colors. Like, all of y'all have set up and talked mess about this manager. All of you have like said that how you didn't like him. But then, oh, the second you can throw other people under the bus, you do it. Noted. Like, I'm a nice person until you piss me off, and then it's just like, you really don't want it. You don't want the horns in me to come out. If you guys are in Atlanta, I'd say check it out, but don't apply. Yes, thanks for watching this video today. I'm so sorry that I'm being so dramatic, but that's just my personality, and I'm just over the top as always. But if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a nice big thumbs up. Come back and hang out with me. I'm gonna be having a lot more videos now because I have a lot more time on my hand. I mean, I had a lot of time on my hand anyway, working 3 hours a day. That's literally like a nap for me. See you guys later. Bye.